Today on Alaskan Ballistics, 18-inch 6.5 Creedmoor Aero Precision AR-10 with 127 grain Barnes LRX. Welcome back to Alaskan Ballistics. My name is Chuck. I hope you're doing well today. Today we have my Aero Precision 18-inch barrel 6.5 Creedmoor. How much velocity do we lose in an 18-inch barrel? My favorite round, as you know, shoots 3/4 inch groups in this rifle, 1/2 inch groups in my Bergara, inch groups in my Savage. My favorite round, of course, is the 127 grain Barnes LRX. My magazines or spare magazines are loaded for it. It feeds and functions fine in these 25 round magazines. And you can see, according to the box, it is supposed to get, if you're at zero elevation, 28-25. So it's supposed to get that. We know we're not going to get that with a 18-inch barrel, but we'll see what we do get. This has been in and out of the chamber a couple times, so you can see that it's been loaded in and out of the chamber. That is one thing about ARs, they do mar the bullet a little bit. So all that being said, let's go out to the range. We're going to chronograph it, then we're going to shoot it into some water jugs, see how it does at the reduced velocity. All right, so this is 127 grain Barnes LRX, and this is my favorite hunting bullet with the 6.5 Creedmoor. I've taken a caribou with it, it just sledgehammered her, but I've only chronographed it personally, not even on the channel, out of my Bergara, and it was like 28.88 was my average, and I got wild spreads from Barnes. That's because Barnes was being loaded by Remington at the time. But on top of that, I've chronographed it, again, not on the channel, out of the 22-inch barrel, and was getting right about what the box said, 28.15. So let's see how much I lose out of an 18-inch barrel. We know when Chuk and I did the 120 grain GMX versus the 308 165 grain GMX bullets, I lost about 200 feet per second out of this barrel. Let's see if that's true. I might help to cook the lens guys out. Love the scope though. 26.14, yeah, about 200 feet per second. 26.60, so there's that Barnes spread again. 26.55. 26.90. That was a good one. 26.75. 26.81. 26.76. That'll give me some good data. I don't want to waste any more rounds. But yeah, 6.5 Creedmoor, definitely want to have a long barrel. You know, 16, 18-inch barrels aren't what it's made for. It's made for 22, 24, 26-inch barrels. So I love my 6.5 Creedmoor. I don't regret buying this thing for the barrel length, but you know, it is a handy kind of smaller setup. It's a shorter range gun because of the barrel. Not too much. You could still shoot 300, 400, 500 yards with it, but you know, you still have to do what you have to do and know exactly what your drop is, figure it out in your scope and the dope and all that jazz. So here are the add-up numbers. I really appreciate you guys watching this far. Typical Barnes standard deviation. I also had a similar or even higher standard deviation out of my Bergara with the factory load. Different lot number. Not so much with the Savage, which was also a different lot number, a little bit earlier before the crunch with the Savage. So we're just going to do a water jet penetration test. All right, got my 6.5. Saw that the 18-inch barrel was losing velocity about 175 feet average off of what the box says or so. So let's see what that does at 50 yards against the milk jugs. We're just filming this out of a whim because we got some milk jugs left over. Let's see what we got here. Gosh, this US optics I got on here is nice too. Well, looks like it's still probably expanded. Down the middle. And this wasn't the lead jug, but that's where it entered. It started to dive through this one. Here it is. It's in the, I don't know, what is this, 5th jug? And that's a perfect 6.5 LRX. That's what you wanted to have happen. So even at that velocity, that's 150 feet per second, 175 feet per second, maybe even 200 feet per second, less than the box. At that velocity, it still expands well. They're still grouping 3/4 of an inch out of that gun. So can't complain. I definitely should hunt something with that gun. All right, we have the 127 grain Barnes LRX 6.5 Creedmoor. Shot at reduced velocity. Let's see what we have left. 126.3. So over 99% weight retention. And let's measure the expansion on this bad boy. If you measure all the way out to this farthest out expanded point, you get, looks like 0.671. So pretty good expansion. That's almost way over 2x expansion, probably close to 3. Not bad. Some other expanded points at the top here, giving you an average of 2x expansion. Can't complain about that. All right, thank you for watching this far. Tell me what you think. Is this the perfect ammo for this particular rifle? I think so, because I'm getting, sub-MOA groups with an 18-inch barrel, and I'm getting decent enough velocity to make the bullet expand, at least at close range. Still should expand out to 300 or 400 yards with the reduced velocity. I'm still thinking it's a very, very, very viable hunting round. Even bear defense, if I'm carrying my AR-10 here in bear country, this is going to penetrate deep enough. And I got 25 rounds on tap. Not the ideal bear defense gun. I'd much rather have my 45-70, but it could definitely get the job done. Tell me what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. We got t-shirts below. Our MeWe link is below. That's where all the affiliate links are. If you want to support me directly and be able to message me directly, Patreon is below. Thank you for all the support to my Patreon members over the years. God bless, take care, and we will see you at the range.